Okay guys, how's it going? Good to see you. So welcome to the very first video, proper video of our drum lessons in the new format. So, as I said to you in the wee introduction video, things are going to change. I know this is totally different, but just because it's different doesn't mean it's worse. You know, I think a better word for different could be improvement. It's better. So it's better. So yes, we're not really in school, we're at home and we're learning drums, so this is actually better, which is pretty cool. Okay, so what we're going to do today in the very first video is we're going to work on how to make our own drum kit. Now, I've been kind of looking at things and getting some stuff together, and I can't express to you how much fun this has been for me. It's like bringing me right back to when I was your age in primary school. I didn't have a drum kit, so I used to try and just make a drum kit out of anything. Absolutely anything. So we're going to have a bit of fun doing that, and I actually can't wait to see some of the ones you make, because you guys are probably way more creative than I ever was. So we're going to touch on that first. Then also what we're going to do is, well, actually I might as well tell you now, we're going to try and work on a practice routine. Now this is important. We have, if you haven't really thought about it, but we have had a routine up to now. So be it on a Monday or Tuesday, whatever day of the week it is, you guys would come in your groups to my lessons at a certain time. So there is a routine. So each week you know you're getting a drum lesson at that certain time. Okay, and because we're at home, it might feel different. You might go, you know what, I'm going to have breakfast at like 8:30 today. I might even have breakfast at 9 o'clock. Do you know what? I might have breakfast at 9:30 and so on. Or I'm going to have Rice Krispies today and mix it up a bit. So you might be totally getting rid of your routine, but I want to try and keep at least with one thing solid each day. Okay, so what you want to do is set a time each day when you're going to practice drums. And not just that, I want you to find like an area anywhere in the house, be it your bedroom, be it like even in the kitchen somewhere, wherever it is. That's your base. That's your base of operations for however long you're going to practice. Okay, now I would always say a minimum of 15 minutes, so never any less than that. Okay, if you want to practice for 2 hours, go for it. If you want to practice all day, go for it. Remember, you do have to do homework and work as well, but at least you do at least 15 minutes practice. Okay, so you need to find a place to do it, and that's always where you're going to do it. You need to find a time you're going to do it, and if you try your hardest to make sure that time every day you do it, or even every other day. Okay, but it's totally up to you. But that is the most important thing, that we get a time and we get a bit of a place and a routine. Okay, so today we're going to work on, first of all, how to make our own drum kit and to work with what we have. If you have a drum kit, brilliant, perfect, you can work on that. Have electric drum kit, even better. Turn the volume up and down, you can play all day long, amazing. If you just have a practice pad like one of these or one of these, brilliant. Okay, that's even better than I had when I started. Okay, or if you have nothing, we're going to try and make something. Okay, so we're going to do that just next. Then we're going to go over some of the notes that we have done before. So quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. Now I'm sure you all remember what I'm saying. Okay, so quarter notes are 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 fingers. 16th notes, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Haven't got 16 fingers, but you get the idea. Okay, so we're going to go over that as well, and then we'll do some other wee bits and bobs as well. But thank you for joining me in the first video. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first. If you have absolutely nothing to use at all, like you haven't got drumsticks, you haven't got a practice pad or anything, let's try and think about what we can do. So let's face it, everybody has some wooden spoons in the house. Okay, now mine are a little bit different because, of course, being a drum teacher, nearly every present I get from people is to do with drums. So these, not that I'm complaining, I love it, don't get me wrong, but these wooden spoons have little like drumstick things at the top, little heads, so they are shaped like drumsticks, but this one isn't. Okay, so what you do is get your drumsticks, i.e. your wooden spoons, hold them like drumsticks, and you're ready to go. Okay, so you don't even need your actual drumsticks. Now if you do have drumsticks, perfect, but if not, you can use wooden spoons. Simple as that. First problem solved. Okay, so the things we're going to go over, the quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes, like I said. If you have a practice pad like this, perfect. We can play along with the practice pad. If not, what we're going to do is make our own drum kit. Okay, so if you haven't got one of these, then don't worry, we're going to make one. But I would strongly advise your mum and dad, if you want, or if you've got a birthday coming up, or if you have a reward, so just say you tidy your room a wee bit, or you look after, you make sure you get all your homework done and all your work done in time, maybe as a little reward, a practice pad would be quite good. Now they're only about £10, £11, you can get them even cheaper, but for about £10 or £11 you can get a practice pad and a pair of drumsticks as well to go with it. You get them on Amazon. Now I sent that in the first link, but I will send the link again in the email with this video, and I'll also put it in the comment section of this video so you can see. So practice pad, perfect. Now these are always alternatives to not having a drum kit, be it acoustic or electric. If you do, brilliant. But let's start making something else. Okay, first things first, a bucket. Now nearly everybody has a bucket in the house or in the garden or something, so the bucket is the first thing to go to, not just because it's round, but it's just absolutely brilliant because it's hollow and it makes a really good sound. Now, in the video, as I said, these videos are going to hopefully get better and the sound might not be great because I've only had about a week to try and get this all stuff ready. Never done it before, but the buckets are cool, so it might not sound the same. So here we go, for example. Oh, wrong way around. You can play down on it. You've got the rim. And also, I've seen people doing this as your bass drum. So, simple drum beat. Buckets. Buckets are cool. Okay, so you can have one bucket as your practice pad, or bring in two. Hey! Same again, you can have one as the hi-hat, one as the snare, whatever way you want to do it. Buckets. Cool. Okay, the next thing we could use is just a simple box. Okay. This is one of the first things I ever used when I was first trying drums. I got myself an old box and I think it was like my dad's briefcase, like one of those old leather briefcase things. I was playing that. And I had, you know, one of those things you can see that like people would sit with. It's like a little table tray and it has like a little beanbag underneath for sitting eating your dinner on your knees. I use one of them upside down. So as I say, anything can work. Whatever you have sort of a flat surface or anything you can use, it makes some kind of a sound. This is the most fun. Like, I'm really enjoying this, and I really hope you guys enjoy this too. When you get to look around the house and find old stuff and recycle it and create your own drum kit. It's awesome. So, like for example, a wooden box. Again, you've got some kind of rhythm on that. Now, if you want to maybe just use a box and make a whole drum kit out of a box, if you had a bigger one than this, you could put little things all over it that make different sounds. So for example, even if I just put a bit of tile, like right on this side here, okay? It's going to sound different on each part of the box. So on the right side of the box, you're getting a higher sound, and then on the tile, you're getting a lower, softer sound. So you can almost make your hi-hat and your snare. Waha! Okay, so it's one more thing you can use. Box! Okay, and then of course, last but by no means least, you've just got your body. And this is what I used. This is what you can use. This is brilliant. This is what we use sometimes in class. If we haven't got drum kits for everyone to play, we'll play on our knees. Yeah? As a whole big group, we can build up these sounds. So, For example, you can use your right hand as your hi-hat. Now, I have to warn people, don't hit too hard. I've seen people going, and you've got these massive big bruises on your legs. You go home and you're like, why have you got those big bruises on your knees? That's playing jazz. So, don't try and slap yourself really hard. Don't give yourself a big red mark or a bruise, okay? So, your right hand can be your hi-hat. Remember, if you can't remember, I always see people going, okay, so your right hand can be your hi-hat. Your left hand, obviously, is your snare. And your bass drum is your right foot. Now, don't try and put a hole in the ground, okay? No, whatever you're practicing, don't try and stamp your foot through the ground, okay? Just give a real nice little tap. There you go. Got yourself a drum beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet! Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I want you to remember that learning drums is slightly different from any other instrument. For example, if you're learning piano, you're kind of going to need a piano to play the notes, okay? If you're learning guitar or violin, you're kind of going to need those things to use them, right? The best thing about drums is it's not really the instrument that's doing the work. Yes, the drums will make different sounds. Yeah, of course they will. A hi-hat doesn't sound like a snare, but it's your body that's doing the things, okay? So you can't really practice guitar by making your fingers go into the chord shapes. It's really, really hard to practice like that. But as I've just shown you, you can practice the drums without a drum kit, which just, it's still in my mind, makes drums the most fun instrument in the world to practice and to play. Because you don't even need it to learn it. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I don't want anyone to be embarrassed if they haven't got a drum kit, or if they only have a practice pad, or if they've made their drum kit out of a cardboard box. It doesn't matter. I've just showed you that it can look really cool and sound good as well. As long as your body is practicing what it needs to practice, then I am happy and you should be happy. It's sorted. Easy as that. Okay? So with that said, you can pause this video now. Cool. For as long as you want. Go and build your drum kit. Even if you don't want to watch the rest today, you can watch the rest tomorrow, because we're going to work on notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and putting them into a beat. Okay? Sound good? This is a really good way to get us back into things again, and I can't wait to see the kind of drum kits you guys make. So if you do make one up, get your mum or dad or someone to take a photograph of it and email it back to me whenever I send the email with this video, okay? Because I can't wait to see the kind of things you've come up with. It should be really good. And whoever comes up with the best one, there might just be a prize, and I might just have like a star pupil of the week, okay? I'll do some shout outs as well.